everyone. Take a seat. So you might be sitting on a lift or on a chair, whichever you need. Just move back. And whether you're sitting on a lift or a chair, stretch your legs out in Dandasana. Bring your hands down beside you and lift the sides of your chest up. Check that your legs are actually straight forwards from the middle of your body. And feel that you can lengthen both hips down and lift the sides of the body up. So hips down, sides of the body up. And take a breath in and a breath out. Roll the shoulders back. And then take your legs wide into Upavista Konasana. So it's entirely up to you how wide you take them, but take them wider. Same thing again. So you're extending into the soles of the feet, pressing the legs down, pressing the hips down, and lifting the sides of the chest up. Roll the shoulders back. Take the back of your head slightly back so that you feel that your face is definitely lifting and open. And again, another inhalation, exhalation, a couple of times. And then bring your legs together. Now, those of you who can sit cross-legged, if you've got knee problems, you might want to stay with your legs wide. If you've got no problems with the knees or hips, bend your knees, bring your right foot under the left knee, left foot under the right knee, and cross your legs. Bring your hands onto the kneecap and pull slightly to bring the back ribs in and lift the top chest up. Bring your palms together and close your eyes. So for a few moments, maintain that sitting position. Inhalation, exhalation. Relax the jaw, relax the tongue, relax the face. And then open your eyes. Bring your hands onto your knees once more. Extend your legs forwards. Bend your knees up, and this time you're going to put the left foot under the right foot under the left. I forgot which we've done first then. Hands on the knees. Bring the back ribs in. Lift the side chest up. And those of you who don't have high blood pressure can raise your arms up. If you've got high blood pressure or an eye or head or neck condition, keep your hands down, and then everyone turn to the right. Left hand on the right knee, right hand behind you. Keep the lift of the chest and the side trunk, and turn. Come back to the center. So see what we're doing here. Inhale. Raise the trunk up. So we're creating the length. We could use that length then to turn. So rather than collapsing into the turn, we're lifting into it. Roll the left shoulder back. Tuck the right shoulder blade in. Keep the top chest lifting. Keep the head and neck straight. Come back to the center and sit tall. Let that turning of the spine create some more space for the trunk to lift up, shoulders down. And then extend your legs forwards once more. Come up to standing. Now you're going to need a chair, possibly, for this class. But if you, A, don't have a chair, or B, are able to take your heel onto a piece of furniture, without any problems, then by all means use that. I'm going to show with a chair and some various options for that. In the last class, we were doing the leg extensions lying down. We're going to do the same extensions, but this time standing up. So if you've got balance issues, you might want to have your back to a wall. And I'll show with the chair. So imagine my back is to the wall. We're going to take the chair. And you've got options of height here. That's what's so good about the chair. If you're sensitive, back of the heel, you might want to put, if you're going to use the back rest of the chair, put a blanket or something, a soft cloth over it. Just have it a few inches away from the wall so you've got room for your heel. You can use the seat of the chair. I'm just going to show about that. Or various heights with blocks, and you will need a strap. Okay. So let's say we're using 4 blocks. You're going to take your heel onto the blocks and put the strap over the ball of your foot. And remember the action when you held your kneecaps. You want that same action when you take up the slack on the strap. So taking up the slack on the strap allows you to move your back chest in, back ribs in, and lift your top chest up. And you'll feel a stretch on the hamstring of your lifted leg. So let's start with lifting the right leg. Have your back to a wall if you need the balance. And you can also bend the right knee at this stage. That helps balance-wise. Press the left thigh back. Put the strap around the ball of the right foot, and as you straighten the right leg and left leg working in the same way, although one is vertical and one is horizontal. Roll the shoulders back, move the back ribs in, lift the top chest up. Good. And then change sides. So find out how you can change sides efficiently, quickly, smoothly. And that is usually straightening the standing leg and the lifted leg simultaneously, gripping the hips, rolling the shoulders back and lifting the chest. And if you want to try that, bend both knees and then straighten them both together and lift up. Grip the hips. Inhale, exhale, keep the face passive, tongue relaxed, jaw soft. And then bring that foot down. We're going to do that once more because these are really critical poses. I said that in the class on Tuesday. And the point I want to make with this one, let's say let's say it's really hard for you. So maybe your foot is barely even lifted. But the point is, to get your balance, you have to, it really helps to bend both knees because then you actually feel a lot more stable. Try and straighten your legs simultaneously and grip your hips at the same time. When you grip your hips, it's a feeling as though you're pulling them down. Pull the hips in and down, then lift the chest up. You'll find that the base that you're standing on becomes suddenly a lot more stable and firm. And then your confidence improves exponentially. Yes, I'm seeing more action in the hips now. Try that on the other side. Left leg up. So take the strap around the foot, bend both legs, press the right heel into the floor, simultaneously straighten both legs, grip the hips, and then lift the chest. Relax the jaw, the tongue, the face. And for those of you that know what I mean, draw the outer right hip back and down. Left hip gripped in. And then gently bend both knees, remove the strap and take your leg down. Just come to standing in Tadasana. Bring the feet together or slightly apart if you've got a back issue or balance is awry. Remember the action in the legs, both up and down. Press through the feet into the floor, grip the hips, and draw them back and down, lift the chest. So now you should feel it's a very firm action, but it's so evenly spread across the length of your legs that no one part feels as if it's overdoing. They're all doing their part, all those muscles and joints doing their part to keep you upright. And so it feels slightly less effortful, if that's a word. The Indians are very good at inventing words for yoga. Effortful. Right, let that go. So let's do the second side. I'm just thinking of Uday, my teacher. I love that. We're going to do Uday Hastapadangusthasana 2. And we take the leg out to the side. Now, hips, bring it forward. So if you stand towards the back of your lift, turn your right leg out and take the leg towards the front of the chair, you'll find that moves the femur head in nicely and you can lift up and feel stable. What you don't want to do is lift the side of your foot up. You turn the leg out and then you take the foot up. Am I clear about that? Turn the whole leg out, then take the foot up. Then you can bend your knees, put the strap around the foot and catch the strap in your right hand. And then straighten both legs simultaneously. And if you like to, you can take your arm out to the side. So it's not dangling, or you bring it onto the hip. Hands on, or hand on the waist, fingers forward, thumb back. To keep that shoulder rolling back, both sides of the chest the same length. Good. Bend both knees, slide the strap off. Bring the feet together, turn around. Turn the left foot and leg out. Turn it out. I'm watching, that's it. And then the foot goes up. Bend both knees, put the strap around your foot. And then simultaneously straighten your legs and take the right hand up and out. So the left hip, what's it doing? Grip the right hip in, roll the left hip down and tuck the femur head in. If you look down at your left thigh, you should be able to see the center of the thigh looking up at the ceiling, not rolling forwards. If you find that difficult, try bending the left knee a little bit and tucking that hip in, rolling the thigh to look at the ceiling, and then keeping that as you straighten. And then bend the knee, bring the feet back together. It's safer to take the strap off your foot rather than bring the foot down with the strap over it, because you can get yourself in a tangle. Try again, first side. Turn the right foot and leg out. You can feel that grip in the hip. It comes even at that point. Take the leg up. Turn and take the leg up. Bend the right knee, strap round the foot. The left knee at the moment isn't particularly firm. So then you straighten both legs together and extend the left arm. Right, I want you all to bend both knees again. Bend your knees. bend your knees, bend your knees. Now, when you straighten, lift the trunk. That's better. Turn your palm to the ceiling. Raise that arm up. Get the length in both sides of the trunk. Now, right hip down, 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 down and forwards. Good. Extend out to the left again. Need some life in the whole body, not just in your kneecaps. And then release, bend, take the strap off and bring that foot down. If you've got the strap over your foot and you're trying to get it to the floor and you're still gripping it with your hand, you'll end up on your nose, trust me. Turn around, you're going to take the left foot up now. Turn your left leg out and stop there. Turn your left leg out and put the foot flat on the floor, and grip that left hip in. I need to straighten the left leg and grip the left hip in. Yes, feel that grip? Now bend the left leg, take the leg up, put the strap over the foot and get that grip back when you straighten it, having lifted it up. So I'm getting you to bend and straighten, so you can feel the action in the lifted hip. Otherwise, this pose is doing nothing for you. Now I'm beginning to see it. So bend and straighten a couple of times and lift the sides of the trunk. Feel like you're flying. Yes, you can take that arm up and feel the length that comes on the right side. Now get the same length on the left side and bring the arm out to the side once more. So the whole body's doing the pose, not just your legs. And then bring the arm down, bend the left knee, take the strap off, left foot to the floor. Stand in Tadasana. Feet together. Grip the hips, roll the shoulders back, extend down through the fingers. Lift the abdomen up. Relax your jaw. And then release. Well done. Now, I've got this nice little setup here. And blocks. Now, if you're sitting on a chair, you can still do this for a Marichyasana action. So Marichyasana is a pose where one leg is extended, the other leg is bent, and we turn. So if you're sitting in a chair, you can still do that. You can keep the other leg bent, or you can straighten it, but you can find something that's an appropriate height for the lifted leg, and you can turn. So that's one way of doing it. Or you're coming down to the floor, and sitting on a lift. So take an appropriate height. When we bend up that right knee, the pressure down through the floor tends to throw us backwards. So you may find you need a little bit more height than you normally sit on. So something like 2 blocks, for instance, or a bolster. Extend your legs forwards. I'm going to turn sideways and bend your right knee up. So I'm sitting on quite a high lift here, you can see that. It means I've got plenty of space to bring the bent leg foot towards me and keep extending the left leg away. Grip the head of the knee, the shin, sorry, grip the head of the shin, roll your shoulders back and bring your back ribs in. Now that might be enough for you, but if you can, raise your right arm up and come forwards towards your left foot. So that's either catching the foot or putting a strap around the foot, like so. And I'm not very fond of holding the strap in one hand because it tends to leave the opposite side of the body doing nothing. So hold one end of the strap in either hand and lift yourself up. Grip the hips and pull them down. And then release and change. So you're bending your left leg up. You can raise the left arm and come forwards, catch the foot if you can, or take a strap, one end in either hand. Catch the strap, press down with the feet, press down with the hips, and move your back ribs in, lift your top chest up. So there's a gripping in and a drawing down of the hips, and that allows the spine to lift. And then release. Let's try that once more. Bend up the right leg. So you're either going to put the strap around your feet, or you can raise both arms up, lift, remember we're getting the length at this point, lift and come forwards and catch the sides of your foot. What we don't want to do is leave our back behind. So if you find that as you're going forwards, your back is going backwards, take the strap and learn to bring your spine in first. That's the intelligent thing to do, because from there, you put no pressure on the lower back as you work your way forwards over time. You don't have to get to your foot today. You can be here and work here on bringing the back ribs in. Pressing the left leg down, right foot down, gripping the hips, trying to make the trunk taller. And then release. Extend the right leg. Bend the left. If you're going for the foot, raise your arms up, lift, 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 and then come forwards. Or use the strap, press the right leg down, left foot down, back ribs in, lift the chest. And then do a little housekeeping. Check your head, your face, your jaw, your tongue. Are they all soft and relaxed, or are you gritting your teeth trying to get into the pose? Because that will affect your breathing, obviously. Soft, slow, smooth inhalation, exhalation. And then release and stretch both legs forwards in Dandasana, staff pose. Okay. What are you doing for time? Okay, from there, those of you who can, come onto your hands and knees, Adho Mukha Svanasana, dog pose. If you're using a chair, you can do your dog pose like that. You can use a chair anyway, it's still a very, very fabulous extension. Now we've done a lot of work on the hips, so as you're holding dog pose, I want you to think about the dual action in the hips, that gripping in and drawing back of the hips. Gripping in and drawing back of the hips. And come in and out a couple of times, following. You need to get your intelligence into your body. It's the integration. People talk about yoga being the yoke to join. It's more about integration, integrating the intelligence with the wisdom, with the actions, with the understanding. It's an art, a philosophy, and a science all at once. So as we move from kneeling on the floor into dog pose, we need to bring all those elements together. So we need to observe, we need to understand, we need to correct. And that's why alignment is so important. And then come down onto your knees. And if you're on the floor, child's pose, Adho Mukha Virasana, knees wide. Arms forward, head down. Use a support for your head if you need it. Don't pull your forehead down towards the floor. Put a block or a brick or a cushion under your forehead so that your neck can relax. Jaw relax, face relax. And then come back up to sitting again. So to finish off, before we do Shavasana, do a little Supta Baddha Konasana, lying down with the soles of your feet together. So if you're cold, or you might need a blanket or whatever, or socks or a jumper for Shavasana to keep you nice and warm, get those now, and then sit in the middle of your mat. Take a support for your head and put it behind you if you need it for the shape of your spine. So we never go down with straight legs. You roll down with bent legs, tuck your shoulder blades under, and then bring the soles of your feet together. And if you've got if you get sore groins or this is painful for you, then put some cushions right under the outer thighs to rest the thigh bones on, or blocks or bricks, whatever you've got to hand. And then we'll lie here for a moment or two before we go into Shavasana. So once you're in position, relax the jaw, relax the tongue down, allow the eyes to close. The support underneath your head should also support the neck spine, but not come under your shoulders. Take it out from under your shoulders, so it's just under the neck and the head. Relax your hands. Hands and lungs are very connected. So when the hands are relaxed, they curl. I often see people trying to do supine poses with their fingers extended. Let them go, let them curl. Let the abdomen sink right down, even as the chest lifts up. So you'll notice that the skin is starting to release. Be feeling the inner thighs and the groins, the outer hips. The abdomen sinking down towards the spine, towards the navel, towards the spine. And if you lift and open the chest with an inhalation, you'll find that that process increases. You get more sense of length in the trunk, width in the abdomen. All the abdominal organs, the digestive organs, have more space. They're decompressed and circulation is improved. Now, when you feel ready to, and you can do this in your own time, bring your knees up and one at a time, extend your legs away. And let your feet fall apart, the backs of your hands find the floor. If you're restricted for space or cold, you can keep the elbows where they are and bend your hands, your forearms towards your abdomen, put your hands there. Let the calf muscles spread on the floor, the thighs, the hips. As you inhale, let the top chest lift and the shoulders release down. As you exhale, let the abdomen sink back. Sides of the neck are long, ears away from the shoulders. The face is passive. Skin and the muscles are soft. Let the floor take the full weight of your body, as if you're lying on a memory foam mattress. And the weight of the body is creating indentations of the shape of you. Notice how the mind, at first it's ticking over, and then gradually you realize it's quietening down. Sometimes we have to stay out of the way of the mind and let it just get on with its own dialogue. And the thoughts are like clouds moving across the sky. They come and they go, but we're not attached to them. And if you find yourself attaching to one, simply detach and let it pass on. When you're ready to come out, you can take a slightly deeper breath in and a long, slow, smooth breath out. Bring your hands onto your trunk, roll over onto your right-hand side and stay there for a moment or two before you push yourself up to sitting from the right-hand side. Thanks for joining me today. See you all again soon.